Good day, everybody. In this demo, the Azure pipelines build Docker images, run unit tests with coverage, collect JUnit and Cobertura artifacts, deploy the build in test UAT and production via docker-compose. It runs the Newman Postman integration test cases in test and runs the Playwright Cucumber end-to-end and edge test cases in UAT, and published test results will be demoed. Salient features are pre-flight Docker checks, optimized front-end pre-build, health weight loops with diagnostics. I have updated the code base and pushed the code to Azure repository. Through continuous integration, automatically the pipeline execution has begun. The build images stage execution is accomplished, and it is successful. Following the run unit test stage has commenced and finished. Next, the deploy to test stage has started and finished. Now the run Postman test stage is completed. The deploy to UAT stage execution is started and it is successful. Subsequent run Playwright tests. Stage execution has begun and first the form submission score generation scenario is being executed. Here the automation test script will key in the details such as the region as Europe and Central Asia, country as Netherlands, guarantor as no guarantor, loan type as GUBF, and the principal amount as 100K. Finally, click the Predict Score button. The credit score predicted by the application is in red color, which implies that the credit score is below average range. Second, the chatbot score prediction scenario is being executed. Now the automation test will enter the prompt. Region as Europe and Central Asia, country as Netherlands, guarantor as Netherlands, loan type as GUBF, and the principal amount as 100K. Predict the score in the chatbot. The chatbot has given credit score prediction, and it is giving brief summary as good score with stronger repayment profile and lower loan risk. With the recommendation is proceed with standard due diligence. Third, the chatbot score plus internet comparison scenario is being executed. Now the automation test will enter the prompt, same parameters as previous test, and to provide insights in the chatbot. The chatbot has given credit score prediction, and it is giving detail summary and insights as good score, and to continue with standard due diligence. Under insights, the region stability as good with considerations. The loan type is government-backed loans, that is GUBF, typically have lower default risk due to government guarantees. The score context probably have potential risk. The recommendations it suggests are as follows: the risk mitigation, the financial review, the monitoring, the loan terms adjustment, the credit counseling. Fourth, the ML service not available during form submission scenario is being executed. Here the automation test script will key in the details such as all 5 mandatory fields. Finally, click the Predict Score button. As through interception the ML service is made offline, by the automation test script, the error message, scoring failed ML service is not available at the moment, is displayed in the application. Fifth, the backend node, not available for chatbot scenario, is being executed. Here the automation test script will enter the prompt with all the required fields in the chatbot. As through interception, the backdown node is made down by the automation test script, and the error message, backend is unavailable at the moment, is displayed in the Ibrd application. In the sixth scenario, through interception, the Ask Assistant is made not available. Hence the error message, the assistant is unavailable at the moment. Seventh, the chatbot handles unknown loan type gracefully is being executed. Here the automation test script will key in the prompt, with all fields expect the loan type which would be unknown, and predict the score in the chatbot. The message, missing field as loan type. Please provide all 5 in your message. Error message will be displayed in the chatbot. The execution is successful. The run Playwright tests stage execution has completed successfully and the result are published. The deploy to prod stage has begun and completed successfully. The details of all 7 stages completed successfully is displayed. The details of the backend unit test result and its status. Here all the test cases are passed and individual test cases execution status. The details of the front-end unit test result and its status. Here all the test cases are passed and individual test cases execution status. Here are deployment health status. Note there are 3 containers such as Ibrd backend test, Ibrd front-end test, and Ibrd ML service test, and the status of all 3 containers are running. The details of the Postman test results and its status. Here all the test cases are passed and individual test cases execution status. Here are UAT deployment health status. Note there are 3 containers such as Ibrd backend, UAT, Ibrd frontend UAT, and Ibrd ML service UAT. and the status of all three containers are running. The details of the Playwright Cucumber test results and its status. Here all the test cases are passed and individual test cases execution status. Here are prod deployment health status. Note there are three containers such as Ibrd backend prod, Ibrd frontend prod, and Ibrd ML service prod, and the status of all three containers are running. This is the flow diagram view of the pipeline, and it has 7 stages such as build, unit test, deploy test, integration test, deploy UAT, end-to-end test, deploy prod. These are job details with status and duration. This is code coverage report with the overall summary and with its details. These are coverage details such as line coverage and branch coverage details. These are various test results that are published to the pipeline such end-to-end, front-end, back-end, and integration reports, and its details are as follows. These are the details of the created Docker container, and its details are as follows, such as Ibrd test with Ibrd backend test, Ibrd frontend test, and Ibrd ML service test, Ibrd UAT, and Ibrd prod. Even though the health check, unit, integration, and end-to-end test are performed, as quick sanity check, let me navigate to test, UAT, and prod, and validate whether these environments are up and running. Navigation confirms that all the environments are up and running. In this demo, the Azure Pipelines build generation, running backend and front-end unit tests, deploying to test and run Newman Postman integration test cases, deploy to UAT and run the Playwright Cucumber end-to-end and edge test cases, and finally deploying the Docker container to prod was demoed. In this demo series, a modern end-to-end Ibrd credit score, AI predictor, full stack with chat assistant application development, testing, and continuous integration or continuous delivery was demoed. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching.